this thing into here. Two Worlds, are you in here? And are you ready to go? Okay, excellent. Let me paste this in here. Marathon 2. All right, I'll give you a countdown.
Yeah, can you drag my other commentators in the channel too?
Who do you need,
drag my Hipfire, Finger Quick, and Baby Forky?
Is this a 4x3 game?
I think
it
so.
Is,
A square game? Okay. All right, I'll put it in the 4x3 then.
Is Hipfire in right now?
Yeah, he just sent me a message, so I think he's online.
Oh, he's not in the lobby. Let's see. Oh, he's over here. I think he needs to join a voice channel first. There we go.
Okay, looks like I'm getting the feed here. So in about 5 to 10 seconds, give me a countdown when you're ready, and I'll start the timer for you. So I'm going to be muted. Sure. All right.
All right, so 5. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start it. I'd say this is just a Radio Future. This first part's pretty much just a tutorial, so not much to say about that. So let's get through it, get to the fun stuff.
If you run the Japanese version,
say
like a second.
Oh yeah, that's right, because of the faster text and stuff.
Yeah, we don't run the Japanese version though, because there's a skip later in the game that's pretty much impossible on the Japanese version because of the faster text.
What a shame too, because normally fast text would actually be better.
There's only real differences between like the versions in this game. Well, it's out of like the weird sewer skip thing and PAL being in 50 FPS, but outside of the usual stuff, there isn't really any big version differences in this game. I would like to point out the amazing grammar errors that pop up constantly in the tutorial text. One really good one in the graffiti one, the actual spraying one.
10 out of 10 translation.
Yeah, the piece is done when there's no more the round-shaped mark.
Oh, I love spraying the round-shaped mark. Now the best part of the speedrun, unskippable cutscenes. Gotta love them.
Baby, the master of mayhem, know what I'm saying?
And you have to, because you can't skip them.
Yeah, the theme in this game are kind of technically like skippable cutscenes, but they're only if you do like I think the one in remember the one, but it's Sky Dinosaurian Square where you fight in that fight, and if you retry you get the cutscene again and you skip it. It's weird. But yeah, outside of that, I think there's no real skippable cutscene, which is a shame.
Yeah, it's like if you die.
It's just some selfish little
It would be
punks
like
way of trying to show
a lot shorter if it had skippable
Lukaku and his
cutscenes.
gang are trying to stomp out our culture left and right.
Probably be like sub 1 hour.
Rights. All they care
I
about
remember.
is profit.
Artificial
Some
length.
spineless fools have already become flunkies in
So,
the
Two Worlds, how long have you been running this game now for?
Probably like 8 months.
There's a group of young kids who tear them.
It's been a crazy ride, going from playing casually to like speed gaming it.
And now they're all wrapped up in their own little territorial tug-of-war.
It's like all these crazy skips.
The hottest team
It's
at
like,
the moment
you can
is
do
the
this?
GG. There's Yo-Yo, a guy who blow your mind with silver tongue, and Gum, a real
How can
cool
you
lady
do
who
this?
leads the trailer park to
It also has the sick soundtrack.
Get that leader, a self-styled genius that goes by the name of Korn.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Garden variety street punk.
So yeah, for like a new person like me, because I'm recently getting into like the JSRF community, how easy of a game or how many tricks do you think we'll be seeing upcoming that like maybe a new person interested in running this would have to know?
And who should be following them around but the Rikaku group's
well, in the next probably like 25 minutes, there's gonna be a trick where you actually clip through a wall in order to skip a race.
My heart ain't pounded like this since.
And it's all possible because the developers forgot to put collision.
I forgot to wear my underwear, baby. This ain't the time to be sitting around.
But yeah, like mastering that trick, once you do that, you'll be like one step closer pretty much. And a lot of the skips are pretty simple. You just gotta grind them. You know, air quotes simple, but pretty much.
Yo, all right. Let's get this party started. I'll be your audience, so let's see what you got. Someone done stole.
There's really not too many major skips in the game. It's mostly like little things you do to like improve your route.
Oh, he didn't explain it.
Like little jumps and stuff.
He didn't explain it, but he did a little jump there off the rail to get like into the entrance for the first area. It's called a frame boost. It's basically just jumping like the same point as you hit the rail, and it gives you like a little, I guess, a little boost. I don't know explaining it, but it's basically you.
How can I forget frame boost?
Come on, it's like the trick.
That's right, the best trick in the game is frame boosting.
Bro's already like bitching in the
master
sky
it.
call because you didn't explain it.
It's like, damn it, Tools, how could you forget frame boost?
Like my trick, I mean, I'm HayaiKawaii.
Oh yeah, also there's that thing I just grabbed, a graffiti soul. Like you pretty much need them for later on in the game when certain character steals them from you. Which is actually a shame, because if you didn't do that, you could actually probably save like 2 minutes on your run. But oh well. Like the route for the souls is pretty well done. But yeah, for this level, there's not really much in the way of interesting tricks. It's mostly just like get through it fast.
Time to flush out those rumor-spreading punks. Give them my regards.
Alright, coming up, we get to stop by the record store real quick. A nice little break. And the soundtrack though, 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, coming up we're gonna do a quick air combo to unlock a soul for later on in the game. That'll be soul number 40. We'll get to that later.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh yeah, now we gotta race this guy. Once we race him, we can finally get out of here and go to a more interesting level. Because, I mean, I love this level, it just doesn't have very many cool tricks, which is a shame. Oh yeah, coming up is a very cool little frame boost trick that I like to call the Dogen Super. Lovely, we got it. But yeah, Dogen Super is just a meme trick, I guess. Saves you like 2 seconds if you nail it.
Please don't call it a meme, it's an actual speedrun strat.
That is true. It's the most hardcore trick in the game. Like, you absolutely need to learn it if you want to start running this
I
game.
mean, if you lose those 2 seconds, I mean, the world record is basically over, so, you know.
All squads investigate immediately.
Exactly, 2 seconds is all it takes. And you too can have a world record.
Yo, the Rikaku Group's dogs just showed up, and they probably ain't looking for your autographs. Let's use those pretty white shirts and do some serious artwork.
Now the police are not too happy with this, so we gotta make sure they don't try to arrest us. There we go. Taken care of.
Shibuya Terminal has been covered in some kind of ugly, freaky-looking graffiti. Head to Shibuya Terminal and cover that stuff up with some real artwork, please!
Man, I should have looked both ways. And that is Dogenzaki Hill. Now on to Shibuya Terminal.
My stream hasn't caught up yet, but did you do this super cool car jump?
Let's hit this joint.
No, I wasn't positioned right.
That's too bad.
But if you are positioned right, you can get a, can actually jump off one of the cars to get a cool little speed boost.
Yeah, the Jet Dash idol world record for that level does it. So check that out on the speedrun.com page for this game. It's a really cool trick.
Yep, speedrun.com/GSRF. Get all the cool ILs.
That time, damn, it's Poison Jam.
Hopefully I don't get hit by this bus. Alright, cool. Sometimes the traffic likes to mess with you. Looks like I went fast enough where I avoided that. Which is actually pretty good.
This is one of the less linear levels. The ones where you actually need a little bit more routing. There's like a bunch of ways that people thought that would be the fastest, but this like weird kind of route is the best route, or at least seems to be the fastest.
Yeah, it seems pretty fluid. Just gotta make sure to dodge the traffic. So yeah, the graffiti is only like half this level though. Then you gotta chase these monster guys around, otherwise known as Poison Jam. Not sure why they picked that name, but you know what, it's cool.
I mean, also, damn, it's Poison Jam when, you know, rhyme.
Actually, yeah, it's true. Maybe that's why.
There's another instance of amazing skippable unskippable cutscenes, because, you know, it's really necessary to watch this entire thing every time you play the game.
Exactly, they should have put in the ability to skip this stuff after you played through it like 20 times. Or even one time.
Nice frame boost.
Oh yeah, actually on that part, a frame boost can actually hurt you because you might shoot past.
Yeah, there's not a lot of air control in this game.
Oh, I got a good frame boost on this next part, which allowed me to save frames.
You got a graffiti soul.
That soul RNG got me. Alright, now we get the best cutscene in the game. 5-second one of them going up and then going down. Good stuff.
Can't even enter that area yet. I have to admit that was pretty confusing as a kid because I just wanted to chase them, but didn't let you.
Yeah, and it's like you go over there and it's like, where are they? Because they're obviously in that corner, but you go down there and then they're not there. What's up with that?
I don't know, man. It's a mystery.
It's a conspiracy,
I
man.
know.
You got a graffiti song.
Yo, kid.
Yo, kid.
Yo, kid. But yeah, he does some jumps and stuff, and you gotta do the same thing.
Yeah, it's surprisingly not very strict with actually following the route. Like you can do a bunch of jumps and skip some parts of rails, and the game doesn't really mind.
Wait a minute, I didn't boost dash. Disqualified. Out of here.
Well, I mean, that's... You'd think that that would disqualify you, but it doesn't.
Like, nah, it's cool. It's like...
HQ to all squads.
So yeah, now you're in big trouble. Got the cops after you again.
Can you guys hear me now?
This time they got their officer.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yo, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Being here quick.
Yeah, I was like struggling with that for so long.
Discord, please.
Dude, Discord's fun.
Watch out for that craze.
Oh, I don't know if you guys mentioned this, but like, during Shibuya, like, you can see like how fast you're going through the level based on the traffic pattern. Because the traffic always moves in a specific pattern, like when you enter the level.
Oh yeah, and if you go too slow, you'll get bashed by the traffic every time. I see. This time I didn't have the best cop fight because I somehow was too far nearby the cops and they just started charging me. But every other cycle was pretty good.
You don't have to kill, what's his face here? It's not actually necessary.
Oh yeah, don't have to kill Hayashi if you kill the other
The station's
cops.
feared and revered by both men.
They're like, nah, we'll give you this.
Yeah, I mean, it says,
Don't gotta
it
spray
says
the
20
cat.
out of 21, but I mean, alright, sure, why not? You tried.
Good.
Yeah, this is the only fight where you don't actually have to kill Hayashi. It's just all the other cops.
They followed up their performance at Shibuya Terminal
Pretty
with encores at Chuo Street and in Rakaku Dai Heights. Those poison jam punks.
Too bad you
got
can't
as
just
much
spray
attitude
Hayashi
as
with
they
it.
are ugly.
If only.
Like, he's the captain. Why
Poison
not?
Jam has been heating
Break
up
the
that would
morale
be
of the
perfect.
men.
rivalry with the queens of 99th Street. Rapid 99. These ladies hate seafood with a passion and fight with those fish-faced fools. Poison Jam, like cats and dogs. If you can find them out there in the
So
streets,
up next is chapter 2, right?
Yeah.
And
And then Chua Street.
there's
This is
Hayashi,
where some
the
good
Rakaku
glitches come
Police
in.
Force's own
Chapter
personal
2.
version of hell on earth. I mean,
Oh, that's
even his
right,
own
yeah.
partner is
Really
afraid
cool
of him.
glitch coming up
When he
after
loses it, there ain't no telling
this
who he'll
upcoming
shoot.
level.
I mean, he's crazy. Check this
It's
out.
gonna involve
Just
some
the other day, he freaked out Trev's
non-racing.
patrol car.
Depends what fight we're talking about,
Why,
Wiccan.
you may ask. It's one of his subordinates. went
Because
to
if
buy
you're
him
talking
his
about the
favorite
Rakaku
mint
one, you
candy
do have to kill
and
Hayashi
came back
there.
with coffee flavored instead. What's up with this fool?
Oh yeah, for the Rakaku cop fight.
Well,
Yeah.
it's killing the bullets,
He even
cops,
gets his own
and
cutscene.
then Hayashi. Basically, the same thing.
Not that I have to do that fight,
I mean,
because we get to skip that too.
you're just spoiling the
We'll
run
get to that
right now.
Oh man, my bad spoilers.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're also gonna skip Goji.
Are
Sorry
you hearing
guys.
this or what? Is your heart
Yeah,
pounding?
Wrong
Goji.
warping at
Am I getting through to you?
like,
Show me what you got. I'm
sewers.
counting on y'all.
We gotta rewrite the code.
Right.
Street, the heart of Tokyo's entertainment district.
Artificial
Now get out there
code
and
execution
first
run
with
when?
nasty graffiti and paint.
HQ to all squads. A gang
You guys
has been
mentioned
spotted near
flame
Kilo
boost,
Street.
right?
Yes.
All squads to
Did you guys mention hopping?
Oh, you mean just keep speed?
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of like the movement tuck or whatever.
HQ to offer
Oh yeah, I don't think we explained about how you like also get a shuffle after a boost after for speed. But that's a thing.
Oh yeah, when you shuffle after a boost, yeah, you maintain speed.
We're not playing on a 360. Playing on 360 is actually really bad because there's a lot of lag
The streets
and
are
stuff
turning into a
when you play on
demilitarized
360.
zone.
And
I
lag
don't
makes you
think
not
them
go
guys
fast.
If you played what is it, 99th Street on 360, you're not gonna have a very
Oh,
good
man.
time.
Yeah, it's fast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
brutal.
faster to run this game on the original Xbox. There's also
So definitely pick up one if
yeah,
you want to
there-
run
there's
this.
also 2 different disc copies, 2 worlds if you want to talk about that.
Oh, you mean copies?
Yeah, like
this?
the leg different or the load time
Combo
difference.
and standalone.
Oh, right. So there's like the combo disc, which is well, this game, and then Sega GT 2002. If you had an original Xbox back in the day, that game probably came with it. But yeah, it's also dirt cheap in stores, and it has really bad load times because it has to like load the other game data too, I think, which makes it not fast. And then there's a standalone copy, which is just this game. And then you can also install your standalone onto a soft modded Xbox for even faster loads because it's installed.
Yep.
Fun fact, if you play with a
Which is pretty
PAL
cool.
combo disc, you'll be forced to play in PAL 50, so don't play the PAL combo disc. Or if you want to run the ultimate meme category, PAL 50 case for any percent. I mean,
Perfect.
yeah, man, 83% speed. Speed.
I mean, that's pretty much just like playing on 360.
I guess, yeah, that's a good point.
It's a built-in 360.
Oh, yeah, the weird stuff with super skip. I don't know.
Yeah, we can talk about that once we get up to chapter 3.
All you have to do is you just have to, just find the skip yourself, and then you do not even have to do all that. Also, you can push off Hayashi off the building, right? But
Oh yeah, that was always a fun thing to do,
sadly slower.
but it's slower,
Yeah, just very slightly
which is a
slower.
shame. So I would love to just knock him off during his speedrun.
One thing you might have noticed is he passed by what seemed to be some graffiti there, but that's the save point, which you also have to use graffiti to like unlock or I guess open, I guess, and those do not count towards your graffiti count.
Yep, it's just like a central hub of sorts,
Yeah, you can,
where you can like swap characters and save.
Yeah, the only main graffiti that you actually have to spray is the enemies' tags or the rival gangs' tags.
yeah. Is it any percent yes?
Yep. When is any percent no graffiti though?
Well, you can see here that this is kind of one of the cool movement spots. Is that your direction you're moving in, or because of the camera angle when you hit graffiti tags, sometimes you have to kind of adjust or just kind of hope that you don't get messed up by the camera.
Oh yeah, because the camera will troll you a bunch if you give it the chance.
Yeah.
Like it'll lock up and stuff, and it's just not good.
It's really hard to do, like, did you guys mention quick turning at all?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, because when you spray graffiti or whatever, the camera changes angles, and there's this thing that we do in our runs sometimes where it's called like a quick turn, and it's where you move the control stick in a certain way that makes you turn to the left really quickly.
Looks like
And it's not like a big
those
time
students
saver,
have
but
arrived.
it's helpful in some situations. And when that camera angle changes, you have to flick the control stick like based on where that camera angle is. It gets kind of confusing sometimes.
Alright, so we're gonna fight Poison Jam now, right? Right?
Oh, of course not.
What?
Why would you want to do that?
What are you doing?
I just gotta go back here and check on something.
The characters don't really, they don't really save that much time, but we basically just pick the ones with the best cornering and acceleration. So we basically just keep Yo-Yo until we unlock Gum.
This is Rokkaku Dai
Or well, we can pick Gum. Because there's after Shibuya, you get put into like a little character select screen. That's when we pick Gum. And we don't really switch after that because there's not really.
Yeah, because she has the best cornering.
Yeah, there's no real reason to switch after that.
So what the heck, Two Worlds? Why did you skip that Poison Gem race?
Because there's an even faster way involving little trickery with the wall.
Oh, you mean a
gotta-
WTF T-pop?
Yeah, of course, where they forgot to put a wall. So basically, the developers just forgot to put a wall pretty much in a certain area. Not sure why they had that oversight, but yeah, we can use that to our advantage in speedruns.
I would like to point out that the
Because this
breakfast
certain
dialogue that Hayaki was talking about does not actually pop up if you fought Poison Jam and Chuo, which is another nice benefit of this skip.
Yep, get that nice breakfast skip.
This skip is...
Alright, so yeah, thanks to there being no wall there, you were able to do what I just did, which allows you to skip the Poison Jam race. Because when you race Poison Jam, they come to the area we're in, and then they knock down a gate, which is how you would normally get to this part. But by doing the little trickery with the wall, you just don't need them anymore. You just continue on.
This skip is probably one of my favorites in the game. It's really cool.
And it's also pretty recent, actually. It was discovered by a runner named Flashy. And also Zol. I think he did some work on that.
The boys, Zol.
So yeah, shout out to them for finding
my
that.
main man.
Based Zol. Oh yeah, you also get to skip a cop fight, like, right when you enter the gate.
Oh yeah, there's the cop fight. Trigger like when you leave.
Yeah, it's like a miniature 3 cop
When
fight.
you leave the train, that little
Not
train
much to it.
thing past the gate. It's a little cop fight. Just skip, it is nice.
We're gonna skip an even bigger cop fight in a minute, thanks to positioning ourselves a certain way. That's coming up in a minute.
That trick is found by another runner, called Ruaki.
Oh wait, he found that?
Pretty sure he found that.
Yeah, that was Iraqi.
That's cool, I didn't know that.
And then we got here.
But yeah, basically on this rail, you just like hop on this little ledge, hop off. Then you position yourself very carefully, not too far, you don't want to trigger the fight. But yeah, that graffiti tag is like the main trigger for a gigantic cop fight, and by spraying it how I did, you avoid even starting the fight, and you get to continue to go fast. And then you pretty much conquered Rokkaku.
Right.
Not much else to it.
Yeah, you have to be really careful to not hit the trigger for the cop fight. You hit that medium graffiti tag, because if you hit it, you lose like 2 minutes and you waste time since you could have gotten.
Oh yeah, right at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the trigger's like right at the end of the graffiti,
Yeah,
so
you have to get
take it
really
slow.
close to that trigger.
Gotta be careful. It's a nice little round thing I did on those cans. Beautiful.
Birthday Cake is the best song in the soundtrack.
Yup. It's my favorite song.
Oh yeah, basically the cop fight triggers like right after you hit this little like Just
Yeah, like right after.
yeah.
If you hug up against the wall while you spray it, you won't touch the trigger.
So yeah, now coming up 99th Street.
It's every 360.
99th Street has
area.
This is 99th Street. The city's
Oh yeah,
hottest
RIP
nightlife
360
scene.
users.
Around Benton Tower.
This level lags like crazy on an Xbox
Yo,
360. So do yourself a favor and get an original Xbox to play
Yo,
this.
you should go save at Roboy and then switch consoles really quickly.
Ever since the
Just to show them how terrible
yeah.
it is.
I mean, if I had a 360.
have made this their home. Alright, my people, it's time to give 99th Street a
Dude, you don't want it
job.
anyways.
Yeah, it's true. Can't even,
HQ to all squads.
can't even. I don't know what I was gonna say.
So we're gonna do the super cool route.
Squads nearby are ordered to investigate. Repeat.
Of course. So coming up is Quick Light. By positioning yourself on this dragon and jumping in a certain way, don't screw this up. You get to enter an area quicker and spray one graffiti faster than you're supposed to be able to. Save you
Yeah,
time.
it's on a very tight window as well. Like you have to have
Yeah,
you
incredibly
have to have
tight.
really good movement up to the graffiti, otherwise you won't get it in time.
The jump here, or this
It's
like little wall he's standing on is also kind of annoying to like walk on because it's not that like thick, I guess.
Little
Yeah, it's really
flimsy.
easy to fall off.
I've done it multiple times. Like, it's the only trick I seem to really have a problem with at this point, which is really weird to me.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky because like being able to balance on top of that is kind of a pain.
Especially the one on the other side, because that one is a lot more difficult to like line up. You actually have to make a little bit of a turn.
Yeah.
The other wall, and that one is mostly just a straight stretch, so you basically just have to keep it steady.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's faster to do it on the light side though, because you have to pick up a soul going over to the dark side.
Yeah, thank God. Graffiti is kind of like laid out in kind of weird way or different ways in light and dark side. On the light side, there's a lot of there's like big graffiti on the bottom area and there's a lot of like roofs and near the rails.
Yeah, luckily the route is, like, covers it pretty well. Oh yeah, coming up, is another cool little, cop despawn. So normally in this level there's like 2 cop fights. The first one's the one I just did, and then the other one's like the exact same one but like one less cop in the, second area. And luckily we get to skip it by, messing around with the save point, which I will do right now. So you just swap characters, pretty simple. And once you've swapped back to Gum,
HQ to all squads.
wait till this dialogue triggers, and then you trigger the second dialogue, and I guess they overlap. For some reason, the police go
This is
home.
another one of my favorite skips in this game. It's like it makes no sense, but it's so cool.
Yeah, it's like something we could have done by accident. Because it's just that simple.
Shoutouts to DJ Professor K for telling you that you can drive up the dragon's tail to go back to the top.
Yup.
Also, shout out
Thanks,
to
DJ.
Zol for finding this one as well.
Oh yeah, Zol found this, that's right.
Cool, a lot of it found like some of the tricks. It's kind of cool.
So now we just get to enter this area without a cop fight. Beautiful. Okay, so definitely don't jump to the right there like I just did. That will not help the cause. But yeah, then just head back here. Right back on track. And then we're almost done with this level. Still a little bit left. So So yeah, once you spray the graffiti, you
Poison Jam's worst enemy
have to do a flag battle,
has been seen and
which involves getting some flags.
Oh yeah.
And there's actually a faster way to get it
Well, I
done,
guess it just takes a little persuasion to get info from the Queens at 99th Street.
using a little AI manipulation. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention, that trick I did a minute or two ago and I'm about to do again here is called Quick Dragon. Basically, it just lets you get up this dragon quicker. So it's a pretty huge dragon tower.
Yeah, it's a kind of finicky trick to get, because you kind of have to like blindly jump to the left, but you can't like jump too far or jump too little, otherwise you'll miss the ground.
Yeah, it's a very tricky jump to get. Because you just have to like land on the red part, and if you don't, you just slide off and look like an idiot.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like a high risk, low reward type trick.
But
That's
it got
like-
it. So I mean, you
Yeah,
got the
pretty much.
reward.
Yeah, because it only saves like a couple seconds, but I mean, you will definitely want to go for those couple seconds.
Cool,
Yeah, it
though.
looks cool, and you definitely want to go for that time save.
You don't have to get all the flags here, you just have to get like more than 30, or more than 2.
Oh yeah, do you want to explain the flag route?
Right, so the reason we do that is because they go for the first flag immediately, so it's just faster to go for the second one. Then you just have a straight shot while on there to the next ones.
Yeah, and if you get to the third flag fast enough, you can go straight up to the fifth instead of having to wait.
Adding new
Yep, and that's
dimensions
called
to your
Quick
life
Flag.
every day in a stylish and funky way.
It's kind of tricky to get because, like, on the third flag I got, notice how I waited like a second or two? The reason is because the AI does some weird stuff,
It's in the Tokyo Underground
which allows you
sewer
to
facility. I hear the entrance
go up to the
is in
flag.
Kakudai Heights. The sewers are as tricky, twisted,
Jet
as minds
radio.
can be.
I'm actually glad that
Spicy
works.
smelling. Who's funky, y'all? Careful not to lose track of the exit, or you'll be lunch for the master. Huh? You don't know
Oh
what
yeah,
the
now for
master is.
sewers, the
Oh,
best
no,
segment in
Oh,
the
my
game.
favorite level.
Soon enough, whether you like it
Yeah,
or
I
not.
wonder who found this next trick.
Well,
Yeah, I wonder, man.
Poison Jam's got a boss, and anyone who can organize
could it
those
have been?
fellas has got to be one.
Hip, do you want to explain it when we get up to it?
Probably loves fish. too.
Alright. When we get to it, which is in like a minute or two.
Let's go!
Oh yeah, there's. Oh, I forgot to find out the grammar error in this. Oh well, I tried.
Oh,
They're
is
really
there a
good.
grammar error
Yeah,
in that?
I remember. I don't remember exactly where it was, but I know that there's a really bad error in that one too. Oh yeah, shout outs to Rollboy for wanting you to show an
Now
important
remember,
technique.
the sewers are Poison Jam's home turf, and I don't think they like
I
strangers.
don't really
up in
know
their
why
house,
he
you know what
has
I'm
to
saying?
explain you anything, because I mean all of it is explained pretty well in the game itself. But
Dude, I bet Roadboy couldn't even finish this game in under 2 hours.
I bet
Probably not even under 3.
probably can't even finish this game.
Like, how do I get past
You
Kibo?
damn noob. Come over here, I'll teach you how to do stuff.
Can't get out? Did Rapid 99 send you to
I'll
your
teach you
doom?
how to jump 3 times. Come over here.
I'll show you how to spray graffiti. You know that thing I already taught you in the tutorial.
Oh yeah, now the reason this guy is trapped is down here and we gotta do some tricks to get out. Gotta impress him.
Yeah, gotta do some basic tricks and that's it.
You just gotta jump, put your hand on a rail. Simple stuff.
Tool,
There
are
you
you
get
gonna, are you
sucker
gonna,
anniversary.
are you gonna make a backup save, or are you just gonna go for it? YOLO.
Nah.
Like,
Just going for it. Alright, dude.
I mean, I do need a sewer skip save to be fair, but nah. I don't want to lose time.
Alright, man. Go for it. I believe in you. You can do it.
I believe in the power of sewer skip.
Oh yeah, it doesn't really matter what height you get on those air jumps or on those air players, so you could in theory get like really
Yeah, they just
low
need to
stuff.
register.
Did you get it?
It hasn't come up yet. Alright, it's time. It is time. Alright,
I guess hip if you wanna.
let's see if I really am the sewer skip
I guess
master.
you wanna start explaining it. Hip.
Yeah. All right.
Oh! Oh! Fuck.
Oh my god.
Man, that's 2 marathons where we didn't get
Oh
sewer
my
skip.
god. Alright, well what he tried to do
I feel very
he
bad.
tried to do sewer skip, which basically, the way this works is you try to boost past the trigger of Garam talking to you, and when Garam talks to you, he triggers this little cutscene or the trigger for this cutscene to pop in. And if you skip talking to Garam, the door to the underground part of the sewers isn't loaded. Like the door is just open and not, down like you're trying to do, or you're trying to lower, like it's just lowered by default. And well, it lets you skip this entire sewer section. And I found that.
Yeah, I guess this actually kind of works
Yep.
as well because now you can actually show people like what you're entirely skipping.
This is actually kind of, I do really
Yep,
like.
you're skipping all of
I do
this.
really like this section. Though. It's a really cool section.
I don't know. I find it more fun for like 100%. And for some reason,
I don't know. I mean, in 100%, you have to get that one soul that's like all the way up with a bunch of wall around it.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, yeah, the tower.
that's the worst part. But
Pretty
everything
questionable.
else.
Yeah. But yeah, basically what you're trying to do in this area is you're trying to get to the underground sewer, or the underground part of this, or like the, what is it? I forgot what the area is even called.
Bottom point.
Bottom
Yeah,
point,
bottom
that's the word I'm looking for. And
Yeah, like the switches I'm spraying open the door to it.
that door would have just not been there if you
Man, that backup save is sounding pretty
Oh, yeah,
good right now.
Fun fact, and you get the sewer skip, and you can actually trigger the dialogue of Professor K talking about the door that's closing bottom point, but it like pans to an angle where the door isn't there, and it's just looking straight into like the hallway. It's pretty good. It's like you have to open this door that's already open.
There's also like there's actually a really, I guess I shouldn't say complicated, but there's a really like specific way to get sewer skip to work.
Yeah, let's not talk
First
about
up,
it. It's really convoluted.
well, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to talk about.
I
But
guess.
it's like,
I mean, just go for it.
oh, okay. So there's earlier on we talked about how there's like 2 different discs that you can use to speedrun the game. There's either the combo disc or the standalone copy. But for some reason, or well, the Xbox console, what does it hold? Like a cache or whatever? Cache.
Yeah.
So for some reason, on the standalone copy of the game, there isn't a what we call sewer skip cache. For some reason, we're not sure why. So in order to get this skip to work, you have to load up the game on a combo disc, load up the sewers with that combo disc cache, and then pretty much after you complete the skip, you have to save and then switch back to a standalone so that the Xbox holds that combo disc cache. It's really weird, but that's like the only way that we've really found it to work.
Yeah, if you don't have that cache, when you try to do the skip, like you just can't get it because the trigger's too big for some reason. We don't really know what causes it, but it's just there, I guess. I didn't need that cache because I just got it, it was just being amazing.
Yeah, I think the reason I didn't get it is because I jumped too early. I think that was
I
the
don't know, it
reason.
looked like you hit the wall like a little too
Yeah. But yeah, fun fact, the
Yeah.
points that you get from tricks don't actually matter in this game at any point until the post-game, so yeah. Well, I guess they kind of matter for they don't matter for anything.
Yeah.
It's also functionally graffiti souls. They help you do the test runs, which is the post-game challenges to unlock characters.
Yeah, but that's on 100%. For IL%,
Oh yeah, that hot new category.
Oh, that's a cool little thing. You can get like
It's a pretty decent sewer
you
zone.
go, you like get that perfectly. You can just fall all the way down the pipe and not have to grind. Just that
Their hideouts around here somewhere.
cool. I get bottom point, the area that we should have been in like 2.5 months.
Area we should be done with, yeah. But yeah, this level is just pretty much a boss fight. So you gotta grab 2 souls on the way, or at least for the route I use.
I want to give a shout out to the camera for going out of bounds constantly in this little like first grinding section.
Yep, good job, camera. Alright, this next soul is pretty tricky for me. I have a nasty history of missing it. Not this time though.
You got it, I know you can.
The game's like, you know, we made you miss sewer skip. We're gonna give you this soul. It's cool. Oh yeah, that's right. They kidnapped the statue. I always forget about that.
Yeah, that's the
If you remember
story.
at the beginning of the game, the statue's gone. Now it's there.
Yeah, that's the story of this game.
This game has a story.
You initially tried to recover the statue, and here's where you recover it. And this is basically the end of the game, you know? PJ%, right? You know, you get the
It's all
statue
over.
and then you're done.
Yep. This is actually the
Yeah,
end
it's
of the
actually a
game.
really good run. Probably gonna be a world record.
Also, Two Worlds, do you want to explain the quick kill strategy?
Alright.
Actually, yeah. So by very carefully and not messing up like I just did, you can finish this part faster by getting closer to the second guy here, which gives you a faster result, which
Oh yeah.
was not
What a
able to pull
legend.
off.
Yeah, so normally the third poison jam will skate down into the third area, but if you get up behind him quick enough, you can actually like kill him before he gets to like halfway through the tunnel to the third section, so you don't have to drop down.
Yep.
Look like it's just one-on-one, folks.
Probably wouldn't have hurt to
This
practice
is like
a little.
my tier of fucking bottom point fights. Like to tell everyone, I have a 220 in this
I'm
game.
just glad I didn't mess up the AI.
Not done an active run of this game.
Oh yeah, speaking of AI, there's this really terrible pattern that the second poison jam can get into. It's like he goes up and down the red pole, and it's nearly impossible to like, because it rarely happens to any of us. We've never really figured out a way to like
Yep.
spray him.
Very tough to deal with. So I'd say this was a great bottom point because that didn't happen. So that's about it for sewers. Coming up is one of the best levels in the game for speedruns, Hikage
This is
Street.
another good chapter. There's a bunch of other like really cool strats in this chapter.
It's just a good game.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Crash Poison Jam's little sewer party.
Fun fact, if you can glitch the game by disconnecting your controller at the start of the little fight cutscene, like before the bottom point fight pops up, the black bars that pop in the cutscene don't pop up, and you get to see Cube kind of bug out a little bit while he's sitting on our ground. It's pretty sick.
What's going on here?
That's actually pretty cool.
Didn't you
Didn't know
say
that.
that it had to be like on the frame that the cutscene
Yeah, the
starts?
frame.
or-
If you disconnect your controller at a frame, or the frame the cutscene starts, the black bars don't actually pop up. You get like a normal size cutscene screen. You get to see things that are kind of off screen, and sometimes like areas kind of bug out a little bit. Like things aren't properly loaded in because they're off frame, or at least are supposed to be out of frame.
And pretty soon they're gonna be running wild. all over the city. You gotta be a fool.
I gotta
think
try
this
that
ain't
next
got
time.
nothing to do with Yo-Yo's little disappearing. Rough up those immortals a little, and they might help you unravel this mystery.
Now, Professor DJ K makes a funny joke. 10 out of 10.
He's my favorite comedian.
Unravel the mystery.
Yeah, I personally love his joke that he makes during Death Ball.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Wait, which one?
I don't want to. I don't want to spoil it for chat.
Oh,
You'll,
okay.
you'll see it. You'll laugh when you see it.
It's a pretty sick burn, if I may say so myself.
Looking forward to that.
Just the other day, the love shockers of Hikage Street were mixing it up with the noise tanks' new toys, the Immortals. Let's go do something about all that ugly Immortal graffiti.
Oh yeah, so starting out on this level, you can get through the first bit of graffiti faster. Oops.
You spotted on Hikage Street.
Yeah, you can get through this part faster
Converge on Hikage Street area.
by very carefully doing some boost maneuvering.
I'm sending in the experimental weapon.
This gun's still on track.
Captain, it hasn't even been tested yet. Ow!
But yeah, you gotta do this very quickly, otherwise
Permission granted.
you run out of time because of this dialogue. Like immediately spawns in a cop fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks in this game that rely on like longer dialogues, and kind of just like what Hip was saying at the beginning of the run, that like Japanese just would not work for this really.
Oh yeah, this part, yeah, you need faster dialogue. Like this game actually relies on dialogue for skips. It's pretty funny. As these guys like to troll you. No big deal. Alright, nicely done. Now once you do that, you're free to spray graffiti again. Graffiti, which I in no way messed up.
So yeah, if you get all the graffiti up top right away, like when you enter the level, it prevents you from like having to go back up there again after the top fight is finished. So you can just go right over to the two graffiti that are on the lower level and then just head out.
Which is very helpful. So coming up is a cop fight where you can actually knock them all down in one hit.
It was fine. I was thinking that I'd black out.
Nice.
Concern, you know?
Nice to hear you again, Hope.
Nice to hear you too, man.
Oh, thanks.
Nice to hear you too, Two Worlds.
Yup. So this part is very, it's very important that you have a certain amount of cans once you finish the cop fight. So otherwise, you'll have to, I think, leave the area to get more. Or, like, search the rails for cans.
Yeah.
It's just not fast.
Definitely want to make sure. Well, I guess kind of at the end of the first top fight as well, you kind of want to make sure you have enough cans as well.
Yeah.
Because those, like those black screens that pop up, they are kind of random. I'm still not sure exactly what causes them to, or what the timer is, like, on them showing up and reappearing.
What?
Like, there's, like, you know how sometimes you'll finish the cop fight and then the black screen will show up, like, immediately? But other times you'll finish and then it, like, won't show up for, like, 5 seconds or whatever.
And that timing can be a huge pain.
Yeah, I think Zol, like I remember Zol saying something about that. He was saying that it's like there's like a timer that it's on, and if you hit like finish a fight at like a certain time during that timer, that depends like when the screen will show up.
I guess it's maybe like similar to the 21 frame rule in the original Super Mario Bros. Where like it just kind of has a timer and stuff won't happen or load until it hits that timer.
Yeah, probably.
So now for the Terror-Drone fight, the best part of the level.
Oh man, you get to hear Hayashi.
Make sure
Super
you
cool.
don't get taken out with the trash. Unload that beautiful paint of yours in those lights.
But yeah, this part can be nasty if you're not too sure on how to do it, and even if you know how to do it, it'll still be pretty nasty. But not today. Terror-Drone, take mercy. So yeah, I just gotta jump through these cans.
Captain, adjustments are
And
still
if you're
being
really
made.
fast
We don't know how
and have the right
stable
maneuvering,
it
you
is.
can take down all the tags on the
Like, say
drone
it's okay, then it's okay.
without having to take a second trip.
Oh yeah, one thing you might notice is that it's skipping levels by kind of jumping at the top of those little ramps on the stairs, which gives you like a little bit more upward momentum and lets him make it up another level.
Yep. Which helps you avoid the bombs that the Terror-Drone
Yeah,
shoots.
also this fight is really laggy as well because of the bombs.
Fun fact, if you stand in the wrong spot, you can fall off the drone and fall all the way down.
Run away, little bug. Go
Which is really
Yeah,
bad.
this fight's dumb sometimes.
It's actually a pretty good fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight. It's just kind of finicky sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Luckily,
I've lost quite a few runs to that Terror-Drone.
at least I had the common courtesy to put you down in a reasonable spot after the fight, so just putting you, in an invisible spot or like in mid-air, where you were once standing in the Terror-Drone.
Oh yeah.
So at least it lets you, at least it does that, right?
I want to say that's the only boss fight that actually repositions you somewhere. I might be wrong, but I think
they
that
do
might be.
reposition you in 99th Street, but that's not in a
Oh.
fight.
Yeah, that's after. Yeah.
Cutscene, yeah. But they don't really do that often. Most of the time they just let you stand where you were standing before. But that's also because most of the time it's not really a boss fight where you're standing on top of it. It's a thing you do.
Yeah.
And that's a target street. Just spray some more and you're done, Zone.
Yep. Then you get out of there as fast as you can and forget you were ever there.
Like this, like this, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that.
Throw two
But
words.
yeah, coming up is Kibo along with one of the coolest
And
skips.
the somehow most unpronounceable name, apparently. Kibogaoka Hill.
Oh yeah,
Or Kibogoka.
Oh yeah, this is another.
I still
really
don't know
skip
how,
on
like, I still don't know what the correct pronunciation for it is.
I mean, I think it's Kibo Gaoka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense, but I don't know. I've heard people say
I mean, I've heard everything from Kibo Gawaka
Yeah,
to Kibo
Gawaka, that's
Gaoka,
the
so I don't know.
Kibogowaka Gaka Gil. Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, this is another skip that I really like. It's just like, I don't know if anybody like that's been watching this has noticed like the theme of all these skips, but they're pretty much all been like on tight time constraints.
Oh yeah, this one's one of the tightest.
Yeah.
With the noise tanks controlling the immortals.
But yeah, pretty much it's
they managed to
dependent on
spread their
dialogue and
colors
spraying
all the
graffiti.
way out here. Bury all the immortals
and
graffiti in
using
your
the save
own
points to like reset the dialogue, which is the only way this is possible. So let's get started.
Yeah, this is another reason why Japanese wouldn't really be great, because the dialogue would be super short.
It's a shame too.
All squads to investigate. Repeat, all squads. Aerial squadron to HQ. We have acquired the target and are commencing attack.
Oh yeah, so they want to send some helicopters after you, but helicopters are bad. So let's not fight
Aerial
helicopters.
squadron to Captain Hayashi. We copy that.
Alright, so here you don't have to double switch. You can do the second part as Korn, which is this guy. Very creative names.
This is the only part in the game where you play as Karn.
Pretty much, yeah.
HQ. We have acquired the target and
Oh,
are
no
commencing
wait, that's a
attack.
lie. Where is it? So I think you might use them for clutch.
Well, I mean, I double switch.
Yeah, good point.
Oh yeah, because you can either... That's another skip, I think.
Yeah. Probably talk about that once we get to it.
A gang has been spotted near Kibogaoga Hill. All squads to investigate.
Man, there were so many things that, like, when I first started learning how to run this game, I was like, it's so simple. How is it possible? And then I learned how badly this game is programmed, or like how weirdly it is. To say more properly, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna get this. Come on, come on, come on. Oof. Maybe a little nervous at the end, but yeah, I got it. And so pretty much what this allowed us to do is not have to fight those helicopters, because like the trigger zone for them was on that billboard. Pretty much you're like a few feet behind them.
Yeah, it's at the end of the
It's like the rest of
it's
the
at the end of
level
the rails.
for free.
Like that first set of rails right before the billboards. So you have to pretty much get past that to skip the helicopter fight.
Once you do, you're covered. Because normally you'd have to do like 2 laps to spray the graffiti, but for this way it's only 1. You just get out of there.
Yeah, because you already got all the graffiti that's inside the trigger zone, so you just have to finish off everything else. And there's a fun fact, is that even after you finish off the graffiti and you trigger the boogie challenge, the helicopter fight can respawn back in even after all the graffiti is finished.
Yep. Oh yeah, Boogie is a unlockable character you can get by going in a certain area of the level. You trigger her to show up, and then you can unlock her. And yeah, she reactivates at cutscene.
Which is really weird, because it really shouldn't re-trigger.
But even then, as long as you don't go back to the trigger zone, you're
Yeah.
fine. And you can also leave the area after, like, spraying the graffiti, or like something like that, and it resets, I'm pretty sure. Or like undoes what Boogie does. Don't really know how to word it. But yeah, that is Kibo Go Kill. Coming up is one of the coolest levels in the game, Skyscraper. Thanks to all the death warps. Death warps being jump off a building and boom, you respawn somewhere faster.
Yeah, the death warps in Skyscraper District are pretty cool.
Roboy wants to teach me a lesson. No thanks, Roboy. Alright, so to start up Skyscraper, you gotta do a cop fight, including Hayashi, the blue shirted guy, and then you get to have fun.
The holy sanctuary of the immortals. Do me a favor, give the immortals Master Graffiti a facelift.
But before we can have fun, we gotta do this cop fight.
HQ to all squads. Youths on skates have been sighted in the vicinity of Faro Park. All squads in the area
Alright, so if you wait a second, these guys will group up and make it easier to fight them. See, I'll just kind of hang out. Oh, this guy didn't want to group up. Oh man, if they would have been both by that rail, wouldn't have had to cross over. And then again, this guy, I still love that dude. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. He wanted to be further away, it's cool.
Kill them!
So yeah, if you haven't guessed already, this guy is pretty crazy. Oh, got hit by that electric fence in the last frame. Nice. Let's just start off, we spray the stuff. And then the first death warp's coming up in a minute. So we hop over here. And then we use this rail and the power of my cornering, hopefully. Okay, I went reverse. Oh, you get the idea. So you hop on here. Then you ride it up here, and then over here is some kind of like, I guess, void out?
It's
in the air for some reason?
I think it's if you're a certain height, it is like if you fall off from like the top of the building and you fall down, you'll hit like I guess it's a void out, and then you go up to the top there. But I think it's dependent on like the height that you're falling at.
I really didn't know that. It's kinda cool.
It's like because you're that high up on that, whatever you'd want to call it, like the kind of brick structure that goes up to the pyramid head.
Right.
Since you're at a certain height, it just voids you up to the top.
That's pretty helpful. But yeah, so all these little jumps into oblivion I'm doing are getting me through the level faster to the next part of the graffiti I need. This next little trick lets me, if you remember a Rikakudai, it's the same premise, but you layer through a wall. This time I didn't layer through a wall. I kinda fell down a wall. It's because I didn't trick jump. Okay, so this ramp, and there we go. What? Well, that should be working. Let's give it one more go. Come on, wall. Don't embarrass me here. Come on, baby. Here we go. So yeah, there's no collision on that wall, so it lets you layer through it. Here's a fun game. Try to count how many layers were in that wall. But so now, as long as I don't die, we'll be okay.
Yeah, there's a interesting fact.
Health can right
There's
up.
an interesting fact about this game where it's it doesn't have any automatic save points. You have to pretty much go to one of those yellow save graffiti points and manually save. So if you die at any point during the game, it's pretty much a ended run.
Yep, especially if you don't save.
Like, the issue where that's mostly the problem, I guess, is here now, after, like, the updated route with all the different death warps, but the main problem before this used to be a jet fight later on in the game.
Oh man, yeah. They, like, eat away your health. But I got a technique to avoid that. Or, like, not avoid it, but make sure I don't take any damage.
Yeah. It's pretty rare to die at jets, though. It hasn't happened in a while, but they give a lot of damage, so it's really, like, I wouldn't say it's really easy, but it's definitely possible to die at jets.
If you're not careful,
if you're not careful.
You can even clip through the floor. I actually did that earlier today.
Oh, really?
Like when I was practicing my run, I was facing opposite the jets when I started the fight, and then like the missile queued up on the ramp, and then it like hit me, and I was kind of like hanging upside down, and then like boom, right through the floor.
I still don't like.
I was like, I turned my no clip off. What's going on?
I've heard of like, I can't remember who did it before, but I heard that it happened before, but I've never seen it, so I don't really know exactly, like, where exactly does it throw you when that happens.
Well, it's like directly below the floor, so like, wherever that was, and then pretty much just like roam through the whole level.
Oh, that's weird.
But you can't leave, even though there's like no fence on the gate to leave, you just like get trapped pretty much. So it's one of the many useless, out of bounds we have in this game. It's a shame how many there are too.
Yeah, there's a really cool out of bounds coming up in the next chapter.
Oh yeah, that's right. And you can also soft lock your game on there. Soft logging is pretty much where you lose control of your character and pretty much stuck, is how I would say it, I guess.
Yeah, there's like, if you hit a load zone for a level that you're not supposed to be in while out of bounds, it can lock up your game. And so it doesn't, if you try to input any buttons, it just won't register any of them. Like, you can't even pause the game. It's really weird, but I guess it's kind of cool as well.
Yeah, especially when you discover a new one. This guy decided to get a little speed boost going, so I'm gonna chase him down. There we go. It's over for you, buddy.
There's some happy little graffiti, dude. Dude, this is the futuristic Bob Ross. You're painting on walls instead of a canvas.
The world is your canvas.
The radio show that your parents,
make it a happy little one.
And the FBI don't want you to hear. Jet Set Radio.
Alright, so now we're on the most action-packed level in the whole game. Resident 4K, Death Ball.
Yeah, this is quite the chapter.
Absolutely.
Literally nothing for 10 minutes.
Located just off 99th Street. The members of the noise tanks have just
it's like filler. They were like, what do we do? Just put in this.
I got a bad feeling that something wicked's about to go down.
But at least we can do a cool out of bounds.
There's actually like a glitch during some of the races as well, where it's like your trigger for your character just won't register, and you have to restart the race, or you have to go like around the lap again or whatever.
It's pretty bad, yeah. It's like how the game tracks your position during races, pretty much. It's like multiple checkpoints or something. And like, if you go too fast, like that happens, and it's not good.
Yeah, it's really strange. There's also some instances where like Jazz's picture, like on the race, just will stop moving for whatever reason. Probably.
Yeah, luckily that doesn't mix you up though. Or like the enemy goes backwards.
Really? Has that happened before? I don't think I've ever really seen that.
A few times, yeah. They like go backwards briefly and then continue. Hey, hopefully it happens this run so I can show it off. But I could also like brick the run, so I don't know. Be worth it though. Alright, let's just... Okay, so this out of bounds, you have to do an air trick at this corner, cause no collision. Oh, you can also jump back in, I did not know that. Hey, I learned something new, that's cool. Let's do it again. Okay. So now I'm gonna show off the soft lock.
Out of bounds.
Now normally soft locks would be bad, but since you're on a timer, it doesn't matter.
Remember Rekka got so excited when he found that out of bounds. He was like, dude, we're gonna be able to skip this somehow. Ended up not doing anything.
If only he knew how unskippable this level was.
I guess we could explain like how it isn't useful in any way. So when you go out of bounds during one of the races, it does kind of like what I mentioned earlier, just resets your progress during the lap. So you can't just like go out of bounds and cut down the race by like half the time. You have to actually like, do it.
It does the like normal racing game thing where it like forces you to hit a couple checkpoints, but all the checkpoints are inbounds as far as I know. At least, yeah. I think I've tried this before. Yeah, like that. All the triggers are sadly inbounds, which is too bad.
There's also this.
Remember, I'm not touching my controller at all here.
There's also this other strat where Jabro mentioned this like a long time ago. If you ever release the ball at any point, it resets your progress as well. You don't actually have to have it touch the ground. His theory was that he would just like toss the ball, make it bounce off the wall, and then boost to go faster to pick it up, but that doesn't work because you release the ball.
I think I remember that, yeah.
Which is a shame. Yeah, it would have been really cool to do. It would have been really hard as well.
I mean, I thought I found a training skip a few days ago. But turns out I just despawned the Jazz and Noise Tanks, the characters you saw earlier, and soft luxury game pretty much.
Yeah.
Which was, I was so disappointed. I was like, can we save 2 minutes? Nope. This game's too well coded. Thanks, Hideki Naganuma.
Because he clearly coded this
Just
game.
kidding, he's not the head dev.
Dude, he made all the music in these games.
Might as well have made.
Oh yeah, he actually did compose the music, shout out.
Ooh, scary. The best part.
Replaced with helmets.
Yeah, so the only real ways to like speed up this race is to just kind of do like, when you land off some of the grinds, you can get like a shuffle on the ground, which is faster than just normal skating, and then hopping between air trick speed and normal skating speed. But you can't tell when you're hitting that speed because there's no speedometer in the bottom corner, so it's just kind of on feel. Which kind of...
Oh yeah, there's no speedometer.
It kind of makes this area...
It's in that weird mode in the game, like with the combo thing where... Oh look! Tomb Raiders are going backwards. But yeah, where like there's no points and there's no speedometer. It's kind of weird. Don't know what it's all about, but...
I mean, just gotta accept how weirdly this game is coded, pretty much. It's like it's so inconsistent.
And now there's another one.
The
Super fun fight.
Oh yeah, get to race 3 times.
Hey, you get to see
Fun for
this
everyone.
exciting race 3 times, chat. How excited are you to see this 3 times? I'm pretty excited.
I'm pretty hyped to
Finger
do
cooking.
it
I
3
endorse
times.
this message.
I'm pretty excited to fall asleep during this section.
Dude, me
Isn't
too.
it sleeper ball?
Man, it's already getting late. It's 4:43
What are you
a.m.
talking about? It's like almost 1 p.m. You're just living in a bad time.
Alright, my bad. It is 1 p.m. I just checked again.
Oh yeah, here's
Oh,
my
you-
favorite DJ, Professor K-Burn.
Oh
So
yeah.
ugly, not even their mother would love them.
Fucking damn. Ooh, that burn, Dark. Good burn. Oh yeah, let's hope the race doesn't break. That's also a fun thing. Sometimes you skip like a checkpoint randomly for no good reason, and then the race doesn't
Yep.
end.
Pretty
Fun
annoying.
fact that can actually happen with basically any race in this game. We just
Yep. Any race in the game.
don't really know why that's a thing, but there's a lot of like weird, unexplainable things in this game, including the really cool Poison Jam fight, the Chuo Poison Jam fight, where it can randomly just crash. And it's like the only like consistently recreatable crash in the game.
Wait, really?
I guess after
I think we skipped the
Oh,
race.
what?
Yeah, the one in Chuo. Because you like grind a little bit, and then you get all the way down the stairs, and then the game just crashes.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Never gotten it?
No, I've never known about that.
Wait, where it crashed or where you just lost
It
to
just
the race?
crashes. It just straight up crashes.
GG's again. All right now.
Never
No,
happened to me.
no, I've had that.
I've crashed during the Immortals race though.
I've had it happen occasionally, and it's like the only one I can really seem to get at any point. I don't know. Oh, this is probably the best race because that thing about they're talking about the GG slowdown is an actual thing that actually happens.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, I also like this race because it ends a few milliseconds faster than the rest of them.
Oh, yeah.
Who's gonna bear the brunt of them?
Part of the
True, yeah.
game plan. Bad game plan because we won anyway, so. Or, sorry, we're going to win.
Can't stop the GGs.
They're the best, man. Legends.
They are the coolest.
Got self-styled genius by the name of Corn. Who goes by the name of...
And your garden variety.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, Love Shuggers just told me to
Hey,
die.
perhaps you should just
What do I
roll
do?
over and save yourself the trouble,
I mean, may as well.
right? I mean, look at how
I
close
have
they
the
are.
honor of
to
being
you. I mean,
defeated
they're
by
like
the Love Shockers. Yeah, they're like right there.
right there.
Oh yeah, Jazz is also completely useless during this section.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never pass the ball to Jazz.
Yeah, I remember
Like, just hold on to that ball
I
until the
remember I
end.
tried to see how fast
my
I could
advice.
make it go with Jazz carrying the ball, and she's terrible.
Man, who called these fools? These party crashers are messing
Those Love
up.
Shockers are like sharks. They will just take the ball.
So I have to hope that Love Shocker starts like skating backwards for no good reason.
Oh, yeah. Now we get to fight the Terror Drone Kamikaze.
And then suddenly, a boss fight.
You know, I kept
It's like, oh, you go from race to
Actually, well,
boss.
technically, those were also really difficult boss fights, you know?
Oh yeah, very
You know,
difficult
I
race.
kept seeing Zazable's name in chat earlier, and I kept
Zolbul.
thinking that it was Zolbul.
Yeah, at the same
Thinking of
thing,
Zolbul.
I was like, dude, Zolbul's gonna come. Like, I saw him in a Discord, I'm like, dude, he's gonna,
Every
he's gonna
time,
run.
dude.
Red Fire, what is your run? What run?
Oh no. Alright, so the Terror Drone did not want me to climb up it. Oh, I might get French dialogue? Nope, I was too fast, never mind. Fun fact about that dialogue you just saw. If it goes on too long, it repeats the same thing in French. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
Like, I never noticed that until, like, I think Beasto Blast, another JSR runner, mentioned it.
Fun fact.
And I was like, oh yeah, I used to see that.
Fact about this boss, you can die to this boss. You will lose your run and rage and forfeit the race.
Yeah, those lasers that drone shoots out from underneath are actually pretty powerful. They take off a lot of your health when they hit you.
Don't get hit by him.
I'd like to point out to everyone that Professor K never actually plays that piano that he has in the studio. I'm really disappointed about that. Yeah, did you not? Oh no, there's like a funny,
I never noticed.
keyboard on the left side of him. There's like the turntables, and then on the left there's the fucking keyboard. And I wish you would play it.
Why does he not play it?
Yeah,
That's
what
a
is she
shame.
that piano solo?
Just run into him and take him out.
Want to see
Should
the
have done that
piano
during the
now.
train fight. Play some really dramatic music on the piano.
Come save me, I'll play you this
Dude, I'll
piano
give
solo
you some
until you do.
epic music to motivate you. Oh, and this is the noise tank
Oh
cleanup.
yeah, this is a filler.
Yeah, this is filler.
You have to knock out 200 noise tanks
There's
to like start the next part of the
There's
story.
also some interesting things that like involving the mystery tape stuff during this section. And say like if you only had like 39 souls at this point and you wanted to unlock another soul to collect it, you can't actually unlock any souls during the noise tank cleanup. You can only pick them up.
Yeah, you have to go to an area where there aren't noise tanks to do
Yeah.
it.
So, did we ever do a roll call? I just realized this. Did we ever introduce ourselves?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, actually.
Hey, I'm Hipfire.
You could always do that now.
I'm finger quick.
And I'm Two Worlds.
Two Worlds is the guy who's running this game.
Although I think you can actually see my name on the
Two
layout.
Worlds is the guy who's running this. I'm some guy who played this game like 3 years ago or something, and Finger Quick is someone who's actually good at the game as well.
Nah, I'm terrible at this game, dude.
Professor K is the guy who plays Grace and Glory. That makes sense.
None of us have sub 2.
I'm a 221 king. I had the first installed world record.
Nice.
If that means anything. It doesn't.
Dude, it means a lot.
Yeah, the weird thing about this noise tank cleanup is, well, not weird, but like basically every area has like noise tanks in them. You just kind of have to like go through all the
Is there a way we can
Yeah, to go to like all the higher like the place where there's like a lot of group, and you just go take them out.
Yeah, like the route for noise tanks, everyone says it could be optimized. That just like proves how
Oh yeah.
how badly we do it.
There's
Pretty
also
much.
like a couple different routes you can take for the noise tank cleanup. There's like, if you do like an alternate route where you pick up the mystery tape in Dogenzaka Hill and unlock a couple souls, you just like circle around
I do that route.
Dogenzaka. There's also the one that Two Worlds is doing right now. And then like towards the end of this route you can do like 2 different ways. Like you can either go right into Rikaku Dai Heights, or you can just go straight into 99th Street.
Possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
There we go. Now let's get back to killing noise tanks. Just had to make a little detour, grab a soul.
Did somebody donate a penny?
Whoever donated a penny, you're a legend.
Shout out to that penny donation. Thanks for supporting the marathon.
I'm pretty sure they like changed the minimum donation just so they could have 420. 59 cents.
Yeah, 420.69. It was worth it.
Yeah, man.
I remember how disappointed everyone was when we weren't gonna have the 420. And then we got the 420.
Ooh, he sneakily changed it back to 427.
mean, we can still get 4,200 to get that 420.
Someone needs to donate, what is that, $993 so we can have 142,069?
Nah, you gotta shoot for the stars and go for 42,000. Let's go.
No, you don't. No, that's
Yep.
not how you shoot for the stars. You shoot for the stars with 6,969 cents.
That could also
I
work.
am the law. All right. Exerting his dominance over the chat.
That dominance. Alright, so once you get this DJK little dialogue pop up, you're pretty much good to go to 99 straight, at least with the route I use.
Oh yeah,
I use the scrub
you
route.
mentioned,
Don't
you
do what I
mentioned
do.
like specific dialogue after you take out a certain number of noise tanks.
Like the king of street cleaning.
Yeah,
or
you're good
something?
at street cleaning.
For, like,
street
the second
cleaning.
one?
Honored as the
Oh,
most
yeah.
outstanding civilian.
I like that dialogue.
Good, I agree.
I always used to be like, oh, that's pretty cool. I would play the game more.
Fun facts: when you enter 99th Street, you can go into the death ball area and get jazzed, right? You can do that now. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, that girl you
yeah,
just
you
raced
can-
with, yeah, you can go
Wait, you
after
can
her.
do it during the noise tanks, or?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
during noise tank. I've done
I've
it.
only done it like after noise tanks.
I remember
And she has,
remember that was
35
something
cans.
that wanted to put into the Hundo route or something like that. I don't remember. Something like that. They wanted to put it in there. Like, cause you drop down anyway, so you might as well just go there and get jazz there. Or something like that. Yeah.
It's pretty helpful for
Wait, do we not
GG%.
do that in 100%?
I don't. I usually just clear out all the noise tanks and then go into. But that actually might be faster. I'll have to remember that next time I do.
I thought
100%.
we
the
did it.
guide
I
do
think
that.
we didn't originally do it because we did a different route, so it wasn't faster. But with this route, I haven't really revisited that idea. But we should probably do that at 100%.
Wait, drop down immediately and go get her. Right?
Yeah, just go down, get her, and then.
I'm pretty sure I did that during my 100% run I did.
Man, it's such an optimized game.
Never do 100%.
Oh yeah,
We're
for
professional
people-
speedrunners, guys. Trust us, we're the best.
For people in chat that don't
Yep.
really know the time difference
Elite.
between any percent and 100%,
It's like 8 hours.
the any percent record is a 149, and the 100% record is a 604. So
Actually, that's like
in case you
yeah.
guys don't know, 100% is a category that includes the post game. So,
Now, according to Poison
Yeah.
Jam's
you need to go to the post game to even finish it. So you essentially do like kind of a souls percent run ish, and then go and complete all the extra graffiti
Time to kick some
and
booty,
test
dog.
runs
Beat
and
that
such.
Traitor. Yo.
And souls percent is where you grab all the graffiti souls in the game and then
Yeah.
beat it. Like any percent, but grab all souls.
It's basically like the first half of a. It's like the first half of a 100, basically.
it's
Pretty
like
much,
the MST of Jet Set Radio Future.
I guess I just like calling it the first half of 100%, just like IL percent is the second half, except it's not really. But
I get it.
I mean, it misses
Oh,
the
man,
graffiti
45 minutes of
part,
jet
but
tag.
His color's
Yeah.
been blown.
Do you wanna
But an imposter.
explain the
Over here
noise
was
tank
Looks
kills?
like the noise tanks are behind
Right, so
it all.
noise tanks are a very nasty bunch, but if you get a quick kill, I mean, where you like
Just one-on-one, folks.
shoot, I don't know how to say it, but just like go fast.
Yeah, if you...
It was horribly explained. I know.
There's like, after you kill the first noise tank, if you get too close to the second noise tank, he can pick up some cans, and it makes you unable to quick kill him. So if you stay a little bit back before getting to him, you're able to kill him, and then get to the third one and kill him like as quick as possible. It's pretty much just timing yourself to be able to get them all done fast.
Fun fact.
Wait, he grabs the cans like from where you are relative to him? I thought it was
Well,
RNG.
if you're too close to the second noise tank, he'll randomly pick up like one of the blue cans. So you kind of want to be
Right.
a little bit far away from him, just to make sure.
Cool, I'm gonna keep that in mind
Fun
then.
fact. Fail that fight and retry it. You can actually get to see the cutscene again of Cube and all, but skip it. I think the only instance in the game where you skip a cutscene.
Zero beat as well.
Can't you also do for Poison Gem at bottom point?
I think when you reset Poison Gem,
Yeah.
it just goes immediately back in.
About right.
Their own little secret special forces group to tear
Yeah,
up
it's
the
so
street.
irritating. Like, they put skippable cutscenes in for that, but they couldn't do it for the regular game.
What?
Brought together by
Like, that just made no sense.
the ringleader of the
Like, when you're first playing through it, you don't want to die if you're going fast, so why can't you just skip it without dying?
Hayashi has been kicked out
For lame facts, okay? Lame facts. This game was created by a company called SmileBit. They don't exist anymore.
That's
That's a
actually a
lame
pretty
fact
fact.
brought to you by Hipfire.
I think that's a pretty fun fact.
Can
Can you go lamer than that?
This game came out on the Xbox.
Dude, that's
Famous for
Whoa,
having
really?
been very bad, had a very bad
Nice!
Japanese market. I think might be one of the reasons this game didn't really do that well. And it probably maybe would have done a little bit better on like PS2 or GameCube. So allegedly this game was maybe, I heard something about, I think either this game or maybe the original JSR coming out on GameCube or something like that, I don't remember. Something like that.
For like a prototype.
Yeah, I think. Wait, when did the GameCube come
I
out?
think Hideki Naganuma tweeted something like that.
Yeah, I remember seeing like a picture of what was like the prototype GameCube, like back when it was still using cartridges, and it was like a prototype version of like a Jet Set Radio cart for the GameCube. Because
Yeah, I think
the
that's what I saw.
prototype used like parts for some reason, like really weird ones that were like all like vertical and shit. Really weird. Like Dolphin, when it was still called the Dolphin. But yeah.
Alright, do you wanna explain the skip that's coming up here, Jules?
Oh yeah. So in this next level, Kibo, we're gonna go back into it to go after that guy that stole our souls. And the graffiti stop we sprayed earlier is gonna come into effect unless I forgot to spray it. How could I have forgotten to spray it? What am I saying? But anyway, so you go to the graffiti stop and switch, and it like despawns that electric fence that was blocking these stairs, which also despawns the cops. And just like go right there. And if you didn't do that, you would have to go to a different level where he is, because you would run out of time by the time you killed the cops. So it's like saving 5 minutes potentially, I think. You also have to do an Immortals fight if you go to that place.
I remember Raki mentioned this at ESA, but didn't Trihex find that?
Find what? This trick?
Wait, what?
Yeah, this trick.
The double switch? Did he?
Remember, I think Big Claw did it in his run.
Oh, I just
think-
remember Raki mentioning during ESA that Trihex like stumbled upon that.
I can see that, because I remember it's someone on the forums, on the ESA forums found it, I know that. So it might have been Trihex.
It's actually kind of cool if he did.
This is the best section here.
Yeah, this level.
Oh yeah, this level has a lot of interesting stuff you can do.
Fun fact, you can lose this. You can lose, and there is a unique cutscene for it to lose. It doesn't just game over you. Things actually happen
like
when you
everything
lose
blows
this.
up.
If you lose this, that would be pretty sad, because it gives you 30 minutes to
30
complete
minutes,
the
yeah.
entirety of it, which...
Yo, Two Worlds, I believe in you, man. Like, you got 30
Yeah.
minutes. Dude.
Oh, I don't know if I can do it, guys. I don't know.
This is
And I remember like waiting 30 minutes for the timer to go down once, like years ago.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat cutscene.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty neat.
Has one, which is nice. I think Professor K says something about you having diffused it, but then stuff blows up.
Oh yeah, if you diffuse, like, if you spray the last switch, like, the timer keeps going, it doesn't immediately stop. So, like, if you have, like, 10 seconds left on the timer when you, I don't know why you would, but if you do, and you spray the last switch, like, it'll still kill you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, that's also
Like, there's a YouTube video where a guy does that, and it's pretty
Wait,
funny.
really? Why is that?
It's like, you stopped the timer, right? Like, I think if you search that, yeah, it should pop
That's
up.
weird.
I feel like that's a
Should've.
thing.
It was pretty crazy.
Fun fact, you cannot skip, first you can't skip any of these sections. Very sad.
Yeah,
It's
sadly.
really hard to get to skip this first section because it's like a wall that's made of like a bunch of houses, and you could, in theory, barely make it up to the second level, but apparently if you get it to the second level, it doesn't skip it anyway.
Oh yeah, cause like, if you try to talk to Yo-Yo up there, oh wait, spoiler alert.
Oh,
If you try to
well,
talk
that's
to
not
someone
really a
up there,
spoiler, that's like,
it doesn't do it.
kind of,
Oh, that's right, you know he's up here, my bad, I forgot. I don't even know what the story of
Wait,
this game
who's
is.
up there?
Goju.
I think it's their dog, right?
Oh, it's Pots, yes, it's Pots.
Pods was kidnapped all along, it was never Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo is actually Pots that you find in the little room in Kibo, and Pots transformed into Yo-Yo, you see here. Pots was, trust me. Anyway, I'm not sure why this little staircase is like floating in midair, but they are floating in midair.
So yeah, who thought of that?
Very weird residential zone.
Oh yeah, there's
This is supposed to be a residential zone, what are they
there's a
thinking?
cool glitch that you can do in this level that you don't see at all in any percent, but I guess you can also do it in like Sky Dino or anywhere that has like a vertical pole, but you can kind of glitch it so that if you're falling or if you're skating down and you spam A, it pretty much just keeps you flipping up and down and just constantly doing tricks.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty cool trick.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Man, oh man, I was sweating Rex over here. Now, go
Very
save
useful
Yo-Yo.
for souls. Would you have to mash like crazy to maintain it?
You might be asking yourself.
Alright, so coming up is quick
You might
jets.
be asking yourself why there's so much like unexplored area that we're going to, but that's kind of a thing with this game, is that some of the areas aren't really used unless you're going like 100% going through all the souls and stuff. Like there's a little like residential area that he just went to, or like a little. Wait, is he? Yeah. And there's like houses and stairs. There's like some shop or whatever the hell this is. And there's no real use to this area unless you try and get some souls and try to get 100%. But
Yeah, you don't really get to see much of this game in any percent, which is a shame.
a bunch of cool
Alright, so that was quick jets, by the way.
like 99th Street has like a third level. Oh yeah, fun fact, people die to this fight. Crazy, right? I
Yeah,
don't,
this-
because I'm the best,
That's
but
insane.
other people do.
Whether you chilling in your couch
No, but actually-
or in your
Yeah,
car.
Goji's a way harder
But,
enemy.
those like rockets actually do a lot of damage.
Damn, did you do
Yeah,
that no
like-
damage?
Twice. Yep, quick jets.
What a beast.
Because when you jump on the first jet, if you like immediately jump off holding the right trigger, like hold the right trigger the whole time after you jump, don't let go. You like spray, and then while you're jumping away from the first jet and landing, you still get him because like your spray radius. And then the second guy's like right there, boom,
This is
you're
the
good.
first time I've been on top since the burping contest in elementary school. This time I've got nothing to say except.
But yeah, don't get hit by those missiles, they take a
Dude,
lot of
it's the
damage.
one and only Zolbol. What's up, Zol?
I hear some freak that looks.
Oh, did Zol join? What's
Yeah,
up,
you
Zol?
asked what this Beam game is.
All over Tokyo, even for someone who likes
I
to
don't know,
play
man.
a little dress up.
You see, there's the keyboard again.
He's running around,
On the left.
crazy graffiti.
Man, why doesn't DJ Professor K play those speakers? What the hell?
Or played the turntable that he has in front of him. Some sick ass scratching. Or maybe he's the guy who scratches on coming to the baseline. You know?
Doesn't he play the turntable in Jet Set Radio? Or no?
Maybe? I don't know. I'm not
think so.
familiar with the cutscenes in Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, because you can skip him. There's no need to watch him.
That's a good point.
Skip him.
Well, in HD, you skip them.
Oh wait, you can in the Dreamcast?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. I think you can, but I'm not sure.
Like, people have said you can and can't, so I'm never really sure.
Someone should run the game on Dreamcast. Like to see.
I mean, if I had a Dreamcast, I would. I'd take that
I want to
record.
get a Dreamcast so I can run all the Dreamcast meme games. Shitty freeware stuff on there.
Oh yeah, like that one Seaman where you
No,
like,
but
raise
that's a
fish or
legit
something.
game though. That's an actual game that came out on the Dreamcast. Don't,
I mean, yeah, I'm so surprised about
please don't
that.
hate on Seaman.
Then what are you talking about?
Hey, I wasn't hating, man. I'm just
Crappy
I'm
freeware
surprised
stuff
and
that they
shocked.
just made on that. Because there was like a bunch of it's really easy to pirate stuff on there, so there's like a bunch of freeware games out there.
Oh, like homebrew
Yeah.
stuff.
I'd like to also give a shout out to my good main man Leonard Nimoy for voicing man
Oh,
in
yeah.
well actually not voicing Seaman doing the narrator in Seaman. So thank you Star Trek guy for being in Seaman.
Why do you guys?
Thank
Why do
Mr.
you guys keep
Nimoy.
saying semen?
Oh yeah, you can get a 2 cycle on this guy
That's the
guaranteed.
name of the game. Also, I would like to point out just more important stuff. Seaman 2 is also a game that exists, which came out on the PS2 in 2007. PS3 was already out, but you know they had to keep it on the down low. The fact that it even existed, so they released it
course.
on the
Exclusive.
obsolete console. Seaman. I mean Seaman.
When is the third one coming out?
That's a really good question.
We need to ask the developers.
Looking up right now. Oh, the
And be like, hey guys, make that
devs
game.
are too busy making iPhone games. Like Sim
Well, tell them
Tower
to stop
and
it.
Tsunegaru Meshi business card collector for iPhone.
They can make a mobile one. You could have Seaman on your
Dude,
phone.
if I see someone in like a bus talking to their Seaman on their iPhone, I can die a happy man. Dude, oh my god. I'd lose it. Just in the bus, start losing it, dude. Like playing Seaman.
Like, you are the
He's
best.
playing Seaman 3 on his Apple iPhone.
What a world we live in.
What a time to be alive.
I remember I went to the like big weird Apple store in New York with the big like glass elevator going down. I want to see like Seaman playing on the big like TV screens that they have in there. And then just everyone's like has like Seaman shirts and hats and shoes, Seaman shoes.
We gotta get a Kickstarter going.
Yes. Alright guys, we officially are changing the cause of HayaiKawaii Marathon 2. It's going to be the funding of Seaman 3, Apple iPhone.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
It'll be on Android later for twice the cost. Don't worry, guys. We're not. leaving you out.
You can trust me. You know, I'm not even in HayaiKawaii. I'm a trustable person.
Yeah, I mean, he's hipfire. How can you not trust him?
Exactly. An extra will be used to buy the
He
red
found
green
sewer
stack.
skin.
Oh my god, yes. I like it.
So much merchandise that you'll be plastered in semen.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
We're also gonna buy the, oh, I forgot the name. Game.
Golden Rhinos have turned Highway Zero.
We're also gonna buy the Lagoon. The Lagoon IP. I'm gonna buy all the crappy game IPs to make the ultimate meme speedrun game.
Make sure to pick up JSRF while you're
When
at
the
it.
hell is Hipfire going to run Strangest Rap? That's a great question. I don't know.
How about Medal of Chaos, though?
When you finish the game?
Alright, I'll do some tomorrow then.
Sure.
Like, if you don't know what Medal of Chaos is, everybody, it is a Japanese game where you play as the president in a mech suit, fighting the vice president in a mech suit. And other stuff that is less important because no mech suits.
Yeah, they don't have mech suits.
Doesn't that game also have unskippable cutscenes just like this game?
No, it doesn't actually have skippable cutscenes.
But why would
But
you
yeah,
ask?
yeah, I
They're
mean
actually-
the SGDQ 2014 or yeah, SGDQ 2014 run of it was literally cutscene percent because the cutscene is the best part of the game. I mean, you need to think about this. Like, who decided to like you know, you go up to whatever publisher they were at, and you're gonna pitch, you know, a game where you play as the President of the United States in a mech suit fighting Vice President mech suit, have this really weird, like, assistant person who is like half love interest, half assistant, and it's Japanese only on the original Xbox, the worst console for the Japanese market. You know, why not, right? Think about it.
Yeah,
Everything about it is like amazing. Try to unironically purchase the JSRF source code. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Good one.
I don't know if he was actually trying to purchase it. I just thought that he was just saying it as an idea.
That's still a terrible idea.
I don't know. Well, isn't that how Smile did? Or who redid or who released Jet Set Radio HD? Didn't they have to?
Probably Sega and Blitz.
Didn't they have to like redo the code from scratch or something?
Maybe.
Because they didn't give out the source code.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah, so this is Train, and Train is a very trolly little level. Thomas likes to mess with you. But luckily I have a route that makes this not too bad. Even though I think I'm doing it wrong, but you know, whatever. It works for me.
It looks pretty good from here.
Yeah, like the worst part of Train is this cutscene at the end, like it's just a train exploding. And normally that would be cool, but speedrun.
Now the worst part about this fight is the part that it doesn't have Professor K doing an epic piano solo.
Oh yeah, that too.
I just imagine like Professor K just suddenly like pulls out, you know, the classic piano chair, you know, picks up some sheet music, puts it on his piano, is like, alright, so this is Beethoven's 7th Symphony in, you know, C or whatever.
That would be beautiful.
I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of Beethoven, but that's probably a thing that exists. Maybe.
Also, these final cutscenes in the game are pretty great.
Oh yeah, best cutscenes. They definitely don't eat away at a lot of time or anything. Oh yeah, by the way, if this voice of that old guy, Goji, sounds familiar to you, think of Super Mario. That is the voice of Mario, Charles Martinet.
That's another fun fact.
Yeah, I would like to point out that Beethoven's 7th Symphony does in fact start in C, so I'm the best ever. saying.
Nice.
Dude, DJ Professor K is rocking out with Zero Beat.
He really is.
The name of this tower of ultimate beauty is...
Oh, and then he gets to name the tower. What's he gonna name the tower? It's irrelevant!
Insert name of tower is irrelevant.
Dude, that's a pretty good name for a tower, honestly. It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's during this cutscene or if it's during the next cutscene. Oh, I think it's during the next cutscene. Where he's like,
wait, when
he's like, all of you look so terribly evil, and there's nobody standing around.
Oh, yeah.
That mailbox looks so intimidating, man. I feel like they were gonna have like a bunch of like shadow demons there, like inside the tower, but they had a deadline. They were like, nah, we'll just have a mailbox there. It's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That eclipse, though.
thank you personally for gathering here today. However, this tower is not finished, and that is why I need you, all of you. With
I remember
your
playing this
voices,
like as a
we
kid,
can
and just like the
complete
music for this at this point in the game is just like really creepy.
Oh yeah, especially with that
I remember
tower.
just really disliking it and more just not liking the music than being scared or anything.
Yo, that opera sample is pretty bass though.
Needs more death grips.
Oh yeah, just put in death grips instead. Air
Yeah,
horns.
put in
Oh,
that
yeah.
through the walls.
There's,
air horn.
if you install this game to your soft modded Xbox, you can actually change the audio files and put your own custom music into this game.
You can also
So you can put death grips
you
on
can
your
also
Xbox.
do is you can change the race finish sound and put in whatever you want, like Two Worlds yelling really loudly.
Like me yelling. That was amazing to
Or
hear.
Two Worlds saying thanks for
Like, I'm
watching.
in the
Do that too.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for racing.
And now, here to guide you all.
But the thing about putting music in the game is you gotta make a whole set list. And you gotta really know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, doesn't the like the length of like your custom song have to equal the length of the set list?
Yep.
Yeah. It does. But you can just put in like a bunch of white noise at the end if it doesn't work out properly.
Yeah, true.
Or you can just put in a random like Two Worlds voice sample at the end, you know, to fill some time.
Who,
Whatever.
who needs Grace and Glory when you can have Jenny Death?
Right? That's what I want to hear.
You can also swap characters around when you soft mod your
Yeah.
Xbox.
This is pretty cool.
Like, I don't know if I have time to show that, probably not, but you can do that, it's pretty cool.
It's a very wacky thing.
Zero Beat could be a bunch of dogs right
Oh
now.
yeah.
Oh, he went down. I didn't think he was gonna.
But in the end,
You doing Zero Beat?
who speaks the loudest?
You going?
Right?
Roy? Right. Best Goji voice clip. Alright, so this guy got a little bit of a head start, I think. Where is... Oh, there he is. Probably should have kept going forward for him, but... I don't think I've ever had this AI glitch. Is this enough to spray him? Come on. Okay, I'm one short. Nice. That's pretty cool. And finish him. There we go. So yeah, now you're pretty much at the end of the game. There's just like a huge boss fight, which is the hardest one in the game. cough cough?
I mean, it's pretty hard. People like to
It is
talk
pretty
about
tough.
how it's so easy and dying to means you're pretty much the stupidest person alive. But I think those people are really mean, and I just don't support bullying kids. You know?
Hey, you sound like a
Yeah,
fire.
no bully.
You know what? Screw you, buddy.
Wow, that's rude, dude.
Well, hey. That's all I got. Yeah.
Do not interfere with my masterpiece.
So now we get to go see Goji's tower. It's pretty
Yeah,
neat.
the final boss fight isn't really that difficult. It's just
Yeah,
well,
it's
I
pretty
mean,
simple.
I guess like if he gets to attacking you, his attacks are actually pretty powerful.
Oh yeah,
Which can make it difficult.
and he can also recharge his shield
All of you.
by using some kind of crazy electric vortex, which is kind of cool to see.
I mean, real talk, you really shouldn't be dying to this guy. Like,
Yeah.
if you actually have a brain when you're playing, you should not be dying to this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of health cans.
Yeah,
to be fair.
it's a pretty straightforward boss fight.
Yep.
Like, if you know how to get up to Goji, you pretty much got it covered.
I agree.
Oh yeah, now Goji's gonna go Super Saiyan, turn into a spooky ghost robot demon thing. No one's really sure what he is. But yeah, it's like it's not good. So yeah, now the route I use is the fastest way to get up. I'm fairly certain. As long as I don't fall. Okay, I'm good. That one like double pipe is pretty nasty. Alright, so basically I'm boosting him because 2 boosts break his shield, and then you can spray him while he's standing up or if he's laying down. So now I drop back down, get a nice little face plant and pick up some cans.
I'm glad that the bot agrees. Thanks for watching, guys. The marathon's over. GG, no read.
Thanks for
Yeah.
watching, I was the closer.
Yeah, this was the last run. It's yeah, it's over.
Done.
Yep. It's all over.
Yeah, I mean, really.
But it's not
I mean,
over.
any run after
it
this is just going to be a disappointment. Except for Puzzle League. You should definitely watch that run. But outside of that,
Oh yeah, the next run is Pokemon Puzzle League by BB40.
My boy.
yeah,
He
my,
is great
my
at the
main
game.
man.
Make sure to tune
Don.
in. Oh yeah, time by the way.
Hi.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yep.
go up crew.
What time is it again?
Oh wow, my boy
Ah.
in the call.
Dude, that's
Did
a
I
new
get
world.
silver?
129.
Dude, that's a new world record.
He's the.
Well, it is a world record.
I mean, it's the best run that doesn't do sewer skip, probably.
Dude,
Yeah,
congratulations.
sewer skip
on
world
the
There you
world
get.
record.
There you go. 80% no sewer skip. World record.
Yup. New category.
Only because you accidentally didn't do it. But yeah.
Man, that was... I don't even want to think about that. It was actually a pretty good
Yeah, it
run,
wasn't
though.
that bad
I
of a run.
enjoyed it. Good stuff, good stuff.
Man's desires crumble
Shout out to Co-op crew.
as the tower was
And
once
if anybody in chat like ever wants to get into running this game, there's a bunch of people that you can talk
scraps of
to
paper we call
get into
Yeah.
running it.
Speedrun.com/GSRF.
You also want to get into the Skype call. You should add me on Skype on Hipfire, and I'll add you to it, and everyone else will be like, "Oh no,
are the symbols of Tokyo's freedom.
Oh no,
gonna
Code
get
Green,
guy
locked
after like a
down.
day. Oh
That
no,
yearning for freedom becomes.
don't be intimidated.
Well, if you don't have sub 2 by the end of the year, you get banned.
No, that's just a myth.
However,
That's a myth.
his existence
Oh
might
yeah,
be
yeah,
nothing
true,
more
true.
than a symbol
Yep, I'm
believe
gonna
it, lad.
ban your ass if you
all
don't get
that
sub
greed
2.
desire.
I'm the
Or
mod. You
perhaps
can't ban
Tokyo
me.
has shown that it is
I'm the person who can
Oh,
ban. I can ban
We
you.
first need Hip to get a PB, first of all.
I did get. Hey, I got a PB in Halo 3. That counts. Not sure about that one.
That's the
Is it
wrong
Halo 3
game.
that second?
Really, I'm not sure about.
Alright, do I need to cut stream? Alright, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Had a good time.
Yes, hardest of the hard. I'm about to start it right now. And I have a person who's going to be commentating with me too. Dark Aries should be in the lobby chat right now.
Yo, good luck on the run, John.
Yeah, good luck,
John, you
dude.
got this.
Yo, thanks guys.
Make me proud.
We'll try. The game decides that.
Well, still have faith in you.
Furry?